All right, boys and girls, I'm going to be giving you your spring break work at the end of class. It is due on Monday, the day we get back from spring break, for 11. I'm also going to be giving you your progress reports at the end of class. Those need to be signed and brought back tomorrow if you are coming. If you're not coming tomorrow, then they need to be brought back Monday after spring break. We'll do our STEM test later today, so if at any point you get done early and you have some extra time, then you should be studying your STEMs, your flashcards, going through them. We're also going to be referring to our STEMs a couple of times throughout the lesson today. Go ahead and open up to your STEM or your notes, please, in your day books. So today what we're going to do is we're going to combine a couple of things that we've been talking about. Tone, word choice, some of the mini lessons that we've been doing with Silent Spring, putting them together and kind of seeing how the author's words and how her adjectives and the things that she's using come together to create a certain tone. And in turn, how that affects us as readers. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take a look at a couple paragraphs in chapter 17. I'm going to be going over them and kind of modeling for you what you need to do with these charts. You're going to be practicing with them with your seat partners. And then you're having an opportunity to show me what you can do individually with those. So let's review real quickly what we already know. We know tone is the author's attitude toward their subject or toward whatever they're talking about. In your old day books, you have this tone chart up here. We're going to be referring to this as well. Just to review our tone chart, someone raise their hand and tell me, what is the top part of the chart? What do those have in common, Austin?
They're all positive.
They're all positive, right? What about the bottom part of the chart, Jalen?
They're negative.
They're negative. And then, of course, we have our ones down here. Serious, apathetic, detached, and formal. Those are kind of what, Makai?
In the middle.
In the middle. What's another word for that, Raga? Neutral, right? So we have our neutral ones down here. So we kind of go from like super positive to kind of negative to super negative, right? So we're referring back to that. We also know diction is author's word choice. So something that we did towards the beginning of the book was you all pulled out those adjectives, right, that she used, and then you told me what they meant, right? Kind of her by using the word excited, by using certain words and certain adjectives, then that told us what she was feeling about that subject. And so I put up an example here that you had before from chapter 2. We pulled out that the government was saying that she said that the government was giving us tranquilizing pills of half-truth, right? Remember those? And what we decided that it meant was that we were being drugged almost, because she was talking about pills, and we know pills are drugs, and then being lied to as well. So this idea of half-truth. Instead of just saying, well, the government is lying to you, or instead of just saying, you've been giving false information, she says tranquilizing pills of half-truth, and we talked about that. And so the next step we're going to take today is thinking about tone. So you should be, I noticed a couple people are already copying down this chart, so you should be copying this chart down. So far we have this and this, right? But today what we're going to do is add this to it. So you're going to determine what is the tone of each paragraph based on her word choice and what it means, and kind of the connotative definition, right? Remember we talked about denotative and connotative, right? The denotative definition is what of a word? Denotative definition. Raga?
The literal meaning of the word.
The literal or dictionary definition, right? What about the connotative definition? The connotative. Emily?
What?
Right, kind of the feelings associated with the word and kind of how we feel about it. All right, so let's practice here. Let's say we have this fragment here, tranquilizing pills of half-truth. What it means is we are being drugged and lied to, right? And so based on these two things and kind of looking at her word choice here, what do you think could be her tone? What do you think could be her tone? If she's talking about tranquilizing pills of half-truth, she's telling us, she's talking about the government, right? She's talking about the FDA, she's talking about all these like big businesses that control all these the sprayings and DDT and all the stuff they were putting into the environment, talking about them. How does she feel about them? Kendra, what do you think?
Maybe disgusted,
Disgusted. Good. That's a good one. How'd you figure that out?
because it's talking about how she was drugged and lied to, and most people don't really like to be lied to.
Absolutely. What else? What else, Josh?
Outrage, kind of like what Kendra said. And she feels like since she's drugged and lied to, you don't want to have that happen to you.
Absolutely. Anything else? Christian?
Judgmental.
Who is she judging?
The government.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is she kind of judging us as well? Yeah, we read about that a little bit because she talks about how if we had the knowledge, right, we wouldn't choose certain products in the grocery store. I also want to look at this word condescending over here. What STEM word helps you figure out that condescending is a negative tone word? What STEM word in there that is kind of negative? Ellie?
Con.
Con means what?
Con is bad.
No, that's not what it means. William? What does that mean? Down. So anytime we see this word day, right, or D, down, right? Descending, if you're descending, you're going
Down.
right? And so if someone has a condescending tone, they're looking down on their subject. And so she's definitely criticizing this government here, right, and criticizing these people. So we're saying it's all very much a critical tone, and then condescending as well. I'm going to say critical / judgmental because I liked that one. That was a good one. All right, so did you all see here how we kind of first off we decided, okay, is this positive or negative? Using our chart, using our STEM words, using what we already know, putting those together and kind of coming up with the tone here that she's coming across. Open up your books to chapter 17. Some of you are sharing, so go ahead and put it in the middle. Chapter 17, it is the last chapter. Page 277. Chapter 17. All right, so we're going to take a look at this first paragraph here. I'm going to kind of model how I want you to set up these charts. So I want you to follow along, kind of listen to my line of thinking, listen to the words, pay attention to the words that I pull out from the text. As I do this and as I mention them, underline them with your pencil. Because I'm going to ask you in a few minutes to do the same thing, just like what we've been practicing, underlining certain words with our pencils. All right, all eyes on the text. Chapter 17, the other road. We stand now where two roads diverge.